moment of truth. Back out on the water at last. So nice. Lovely day for it as well.
Main streets with the skateboard by my feet in the...
Never believe Ben when he tells you he hates that locker, because he's just told me he's actually quite enjoying himself
I am
in there.
quite enjoying it, but I wish. See, that's the other one. That's the exhaust one. It's nice and straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that's the other one. Well, the valve's got jammed somehow. I don't know. I'm going to have to find out how, because we don't want it to happen again. But
so this is the generator.
yeah.
And we've got a nice bent
Because our battery.
pin. What do you call it? It's not a pin.
Push rod.
Push rod. A little bit smoky in here tonight. What is it with things getting bent at the moment? Our prop shaft was bent, and the propeller was bent, and now that's bent.
And we really need the generator now, don't we? Because
We've got no batteries.
Left 6 massive batteries behind, which cost us a fortune.
So yeah, got potentially huge. Well,
as I say, I'm
huge power
happy in
problems.
here at the minute.
All right, you stay there. Do you want a cup of tea?
I'd love a cup of tea.
Okay.
So I just lifted the anchor at Gibraltar. This is the first night we've been back in the water since leaving Bruce's yard, and I've just hauled up and there's no anchor there. It's the first time I haven't buoyed my anchor in probably, well, since we've ever had the boat. And I didn't buoy it, and now we've lost it because that pin broke. How that broke, I don't know. I checked all this whilst we were in the yard, it was all fine, so now we're minus an anchor. I've got my spare there, which we'll have to use. But what a disaster.
This is Operation Retrieve Anchor. So Ben's made a... Do you want to explain the contraption, Ben?
Well, the idea is there's a slip knot there, and these breakaway lines, this is the slip line. Our anchor is stuck with no chain on it or anything else like that. It's just like a hook sticking out of the ground. We know it's facing that way because that's how we dug it in. So the hook's like that. So we're going to try and trawl this over the hook, and then these lines will break away, and then the slip knot will close on the hook, and I should be able to pull it out.
Got our friends to stay this weekend, Kat and KJ, and we are about to sail up to Guadiana, so it's about a 6-hour sail. There's about a 2.5 metre swell forecast, so it should be alright. We're going to be going downwind, it's about 60 knots of wind, so it should be a good day for a sail, but we're all a bit hungover, feeling a bit queasy, so we'll see how it goes. How's everybody this morning?
Very good, thank you.
KJ, you about to start? Yeah. Woo! Finally came in. Oh my god, the gimbal's barely keeping up. Jesus. Oh. First casualty. KJ, let me take the red one. That's nice. I love this. Cheers. There we go. Beer. We're in the river.
We're really quiet now.
I could rely on you guys to do it. It's just a test. I was fine all along, and you guys did well. Good job. your sound now.
Are we going to go and move then?
Yeah.
Because we've shamed ourselves here and we can't stay.
I think, yeah. I think it was loud enough last night, but they thought the Spanish Fiesta had started a little bit early.
And we've ended up with loads of people's clothes. I've pinned them all on the outside of the railing so that maybe people will come and collect them without me having to see them, because I can't talk to anyone today. What happened?
Oh, we just drifted off up the river with a big raft of cane on the front of the boat. And
At what time?
I don't know, 3 o'clock or something.
3:30 in the morning.
And then spent
It unhooked us.
2 hours trying to re-anchor. 3 hours.
Nearly 3.
Just everywhere we put it in, it wouldn't bite, and so I think we've made a decision.
Yeah, we're going to upgrade finally to a Rockner anchor. So we're going to go and buy that tomorrow, aren't we?
Oh God, yeah, it'll break the bank.
That bad boy.
That is a well-wrapped anchor chain. What is it with us and anchors lately?
We won't lift it, I don't think.
We went shopping this morning, and now we're skint and we can have to eat beans on toast for the rest of the year. This is our spare, and it hasn't really been setting very well, has it?
Yeah, and these when they get old, they wear. So you get this extra movement in the articulation there. But at the moment, when you drag it, it makes the angle wrong. So the thing just drags along the floor,
Yeah.
sideways.
Tips over.
We've dragged it all around, haven't we?
Yeah.
Must have dragged it for about 10 miles.
This is the first time anchoring with the new Rockner. That was one heavy captain. What a contrast, eh?
Yeah.
That was the easiest anchoring ever.
It's like you just set the thing in concrete.
Yeah.
Right, so we're anchored in the Guadiana River just there, and we are going to Gibraltar, which is just the northern end of Cadiz Bay, just over there. That's when we get in. 27, so it's going to be gusting into the 30s by the time we get
Well,
there.
that's increased since we last looked.
Yeah, do you want to look at the waves?
Yeah.
3.2 metre swells, yeah, it's been upgraded. Are we going or are we not going?
Let's look at Sunday.
No wind.
It's
That's at 6 in the morning. That's at 9 in the morning.
it really isn't no wind.
Yeah, there's no wind. No, we don't want to be out on Saturday. I mean, look at that. If you get caught by that, it's going to be 30 gusting, 40 probably. We can either have a bit of a wild ride tomorrow. I think it'll be fine, but entering Cadiz Bay with
3 metre swell behind you.
yeah, because it's quite a shallow bay as far as I understand it. It's only like 10 metres, 8 metres deep. I'm going to cross-reference everything with other forecasts.
Okay.
I'll take the best average. Passage weather is the what I think is the most reliable one.
Okay.
So I'll have a look at that now.
Yep. So, after much deliberation, we've decided not to go to Cadiz today. Because it's gonna, well, better be safe than sorry, isn't it, really?
I think it might be gale force for a period. And it's at the Cadiz end, we've got some quite big swells. So
Well, it's moved. The weather front's moving that way, isn't it, across the bay? So we don't.
Yeah.
It'll just be following us the whole way.
And it depends. If it's northwesterly, it'll probably be fine. But if it's more westerly and any kind of southwesterly, the swells will get up really quite big. I think we just set it out. We're going to go to Isla Cristina.
I'm glad we decided to come in. Well, it looks alright. I think we're pretty well tied up.
Just that's why I was saying not to put the fenders too low, because I think we'll get driven as the
It'll tip them over.
as the wind catches the mast. It'll push that side down, which means all our fenders will disappear below the pontoon. I can't push her off now. There's too much load on it. Turned out shitty, didn't it?
It is about 7:30 in the morning, and we've just left Isla Cristina, and we're going to Rota today, which is in the Bay of Cadiz. Got the mizzen staysail up for the first time, and it's just so nice. Isn't it, Ben? He's a happy sailor.
I'm not sure if this is how you fly one, but
Well,
can't think of any other way to do it.
plan for today is that we're sailing down to Barbate, but how do you say it? Barbate. Which should take about 8 hours, I think.
All of the bowline, yes, we sang them melody, just like old sailors do when they're far away at sea.
We've just had a couple of massive booms, and we're coming into a military firing area. And if you can see, in the sky, there, that's a vapour trail that came directly up. So they are firing, and they're not that far away. So we've got both stations on. They're supposed to give us navigational warnings so we know whether the area's off limits or not. Hoping we're going to hear something. Shit! That's not that far away. We've decided to come a bit further inland, haven't we, to the coast?
Yeah, try and get to shallow water, because I think the missiles are coming from the submarine or something. So we'll go for shallow water, I reckon.
Yeah. And there's a bit more wind in here.
Looks like there's more wind. Rounding Cape Trafalgar.
cardinal buoy that's supposed to be between us and the harbour wall right now, over there, isn't there, which is marking a tuna net. So we're a bit peed off because we could have saved about an hour.
I went to sneak in the inside of it and then read the pilot, and the pilot said, oh, there's no space to get through between the end of the tuna net and the breakwater, so I turned round and went all the way round. What's marked on this chart here, which is this big long thing like that, so I was in here, and I came out, and that's not there. This one is, and there seems to be loads of tuna nets in the middle, but the one on the end isn't, so they've changed everything, so I could have just gone straight in, I think.
Just going for a little walk.
Trying to find the light.
Walking to the top, like we always do if we find a hill. Work off some of the beer and crisps we consume. That is a pirate lookout tower. So says the sign. That over there is Africa. So today we're heading down to Tarifa. It's supposed to be about 3 hours, is it?
4 hours, yeah,
3 to 4 hours. But we're giving ourselves almost double that so that we can try and sail as much as possible. And what we're going to try and do is just come out a bit and get into this current.
Yeah, there's a reasonable sailing breeze, but it's just coming from the south, and we're going southeast, so we're going to have to tack all our way there. But if we're tacking within that belt of current that's running at 3 or 4 knots,
yeah,
I think we can do it without motoring so much.
Up a bit, and the current's not doing kind of what we expected, so we haven't got, well, any current with us. 6, 5. In fact, it's like we've got a whole knot against us, so don't know what's going on there. We are having to do massive tacks, so we're going to tack back in a minute. Gibraltar Straits is just over there, so at the moment we're actually heading closer towards Africa. Get the camera on it. Over there, that's Tangier. Closer to there than our destination.
Right, so we were given this book by the guy Ayamar Chandlery in Ayamonte.
Why were we given it?
Because we spent loads of money.
Yeah.
But it's quite good. It was useful to have. It's got all the. You got the red is the inflowing current, because the Mediterranean evaporates loads of water, so there's a constant inflowing current which flows in these streams. And the blue is the tidal influence, and when they're going the same way you can add them together, but it moves in a strange way. At high water Gibraltar plus 2 hours it moves like that, where we're sailing at the moment they're both about the same, but depending on what time of tide you get a different influence of the tide if you're inshore or offshore, to do with the shape of the seabed. So you can switch lanes effectively to get, if you were coming out, if you were sailing west, you would choose to be on the inshore route here, so you're only fighting 1 knot of tide. And obviously you would have 2.7 knots of tide if you were on the outshore path. And it's quite easy to see, because if you work out which way the wind's blowing and look for the wind against tide sea, so the choppy sea basically, you'll know either, depending on if the wind's going your way or not, you can work out if you switch lanes. It's been pretty useful, really.
2 minutes later. just left Tarifa, and we have got 10 knots of wind, 11 knots of wind, and we're going 6 knots, so it's really nice sailing. So this is Gibraltar.
Cut the big rope.